Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another live stream on this beautiful Sunday morning here in West Palm Beach. I'm Tom Balding. I will be your main commentator for today's festivities. And we are here watching the final of the largest women's tournament in the world, the 5th annual GC Women's Open here at the National Croquet Center. We have a very exciting few matches here for you today. The players are just finishing up their warm-up for the main knockout in the championship flight between Cheryl Bromley and Ana Sanchez de Granda from Spain. So we're going to stay with you for all the action, and maybe after the match we can get the winner up here for a brief interview. But I will be with you this entire time, and we will rotate out some other cast members to come up here and help facilitate some commentary for you. We will have the chat open, so if any of you out there want to ask myself or any of the players when they come up for interview any questions, we would love to hear them. But the players look like they're finishing up their warm-up. The balls have been hit back to the first corner, and we'll probably be doing the coin toss here just momentarily. All right. So I know it's early for a lot of you. There's only 12 people in here right now, and probably one of them's me. But tell your friends, spread the link, get people on the live stream. It's going to be a good match. Today's format will be a best of 3 games, 13-point games. So could go quick, could take hours and hours, and as a spectator, we kind of hope it'll take its time. All right. They're tossing the coin. And it looks like Miss Sanchez has won the coin toss. So I believe she'll be playing blue and black. All right, here we go. So I have a little bio in front of me that was used in days past, but obviously I wasn't here, so this will be my first time reading these out. But our first player that you see playing blue is Ana Sanchez de Granda from Spain. I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing everything on this, but she said her home club is the Club de Campo Villa in Madrid. And she's been playing for 3 years, and she is a exclusively golf croquet player. And what an achievement to, after 3 years, to come to this tournament, which is, like I said, the largest women's tournament in the world, and be able to make it to the finals against a very seasoned pro, Cheryl Bromley. Cheryl is an American native from Sheboygan, Wisconsin, and she's been playing croquet for 19 years, so very experienced. And someone who's very used to these competitive environments. So red, she just played red in, and unfortunately, she played a little too close to blue and nudged it, not into position, but failed to get set up, and will give blue a very easy clearance opportunity. If black is able to get in a wonderful set position, this could be a strong place for Miss Sanchez right out of the gate. So I think both that blue and red are a good teaching moment. Notice how when the camera cuts back over, how close they both are to the hoop. They played right up sort of onto the hoop. And there might be a little drift in that direction on the court, but that's a little short. She's not going to be happy with that. But that blue and that red are almost level with the hoop. Typically when you're playing from a long way away, especially when you're coming in from a sort of perpendicular angle to the line of the hoop, you want to do more what yellow has done here. You want to play back a little bit. There's a cone in front of the hoop that widens as you go away from it, which is often called the cone of opportunity, which is where people are able to score the hoop from. And now these balls are not really in the cone because they've gone so close to the hoop. It's very hard to land your ball in that narrow area in front of the hoop where an easy hoop shot is possible. So we have our first hoop attempt here. She's just going for jaws. That's going to be extremely hard to get rid of. Yellow does have a jump shot opportunity, but it's not going to be easy. So red here will be interested in hitting the right half of black, cutting it over and trying to get it as far away as they can. And that's fine. She hits it dead straight, so still far enough away. Black should take a shot at yellow to protect against the jump shot. And that will guarantee them more or less hoop 1 and control of hoop 2, since blue is in a nice central position in the jaws. All right. So great clearance there. Center ball clearance on yellow. And that's going to pretty much guarantee the first hoop for blue and black. So you can see there from this angle, blue is very deep in that hoop, more than halfway through it. If yellow had been cut up the court a little bit, there may have been some hope of hitting that out. But right now, the most prudent thing to do this early on is just to go halfway and maybe try to lag in some sort of a block. Oh, she's aiming for it. She thinks she can get this out. All right, let's see it, Cheryl. She unfortunately has committed the worst possible outcome here, which is hitting blue through. Now, small reprieve in this sense that blue was hampered enough it could not get controlled down to hoop 2. So actually, it's not the worst possible thing that could happen. If it had popped out a few more inches or off at a steeper angle, that would have been extremely bad. But you know, in a best of 3 match, hoop 1, game 1, you know, maybe a little aggressive. And I know that's, for those of you who know how I play, that might be a little ironic coming from me. But to be doing that on hoop 1 when you don't have a reliable shot, what you don't want to do is you don't want to give up a series of hoops in a row, 2, 3, 4 at a time, and get yourself down to a hole. There's plenty of opportunities in this game and match to make up for losing hoop 1. Blue and black, technically on paper, are supposed to win hoop 1. All right. Black lagging in there. That's going to make blue's clearance on red extremely difficult. I can see out of the window a better angle than the camera has, and at best, blue is going to be able to lay hands on maybe half of that red ball, and there's a high risk of hitting black if they attempt it. So, and again, this goes back to it's early games. I think blue here should just clear yellow and give red the hoop shot and just say, okay, if you make it, fine, I'll go to hoop 3. If you don't make it, then black's in decent position. The hoop is also an acceptable choice here. I'm not a huge fan of that. It just doesn't really accomplish much. Red's going to be able to clear black, and now there's actually a place where red can clear black too, that it won't be able to see yellow if they cut it over to the side boundary and use blue as cover. So Cheryl has opted for the other option, is just to cut it down and send it as far away as possible from the balls, which is also a good thing. But she may... Yeah, so this is going to be a long shot here. So the first sort of big clearance of the day, and we'll see how Miss Sanchez's swing is feeling. Her lineup looks good, actually. All we need is a nice straight swing. These... So you kind of saw the ball hop almost a little bit off of her mallet. It wasn't the cleanest contact. And it's, you know, early game, first sort of big clearance. Didn't have a great amount of pace on that. But this is actually an okay position for blue and black to be in. Actually, it's a great position because those of you who maybe are regular listeners when I'm doing these commentaries, you know that hoop 2 is the least important hoop in a game of golf croquet. And this is true because hoop 3 is one of the most important in the game of golf croquet. And whoever loses hoop 2, in this case blue and black, gets first crack at getting a ball over in front of hoop 3, which blue has managed to do coming up. It's makeable, it's angled. Again, I think she's just aiming a little closer to the hoop than I would normally advise my students to do so, just because if she were even a foot further back, that hoop shot would be much straighter on, much more makeable. So I would have aimed it more where red is, just to be safe. So sorry guys, I'm falling on my technical duties, updating the score, but I'm gonna get in my headspace. But anyway, so black now just needs to put a good ball in position. Blue can jaws if it wants to, but honestly, that's also going to come up fairly short. So blue here will be looking for another repeat of hoop 1. Cheryl is going to take a shot at this blue ball. It is makeable. Big shot coming up. This is a very important hoop. Nice, beautiful swing. And a center ball hit. Really good shot from Cheryl. So that is really critical. That swings around the control of this hoop. And now all of a sudden, red and yellow are right back in it. And red does have a hoop shot from where it lies. It's not obviously a hoop shot that Cheryl might prefer, and blue's doing its best job to get in its way. But because black does not really have a good set, there's not a huge amount of pressure. Cheryl's opting here to do a stop shot on the black ball. I might be tempted. Oh, I might have been tempted there just to take blue. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one is that you clear black, doesn't matter how far away you clear it, black just comes right back. And clearing black was not going to get Cheryl a hoop shot position with her red ball. Now, the clearance on blue was likely not to give her a hoop shot, but it was going to remove the main threat that blue and black had on the hoop. So, and it would have created what we often refer to as a 2 versus 1 scenario. So, because it was red clearing, it would have been red clearing blue. Blue doesn't get to come back immediately. It gives yellow time to get back on the hoop. And if red has also stayed around, it's going to make it very difficult for black to be able to take control of things. Now, in this scenario, blue was already set, and black is just attempting to set again, but has failed to do so. So a little bit of a break there for Cheryl. If black had managed to get set here, this would be a very difficult hoop for Cheryl to win. But now she just needs a couple good shots, and she'll be in control of this hoop. That is a great shot. Exactly how you want to hit that. So for those at home who are getting into golf croquet more, you don't always want to hit a ball right in the middle. If she had hit that right in the middle and stuck around in front of the hoop, she is in better position at the hoop. But let's say that red, fails to get rid of black, or for whatever reason, is not able to protect its partner. You're just vulnerable to the opponent. So sometimes it's really good, especially when you're playing strong clearers, to take the back line or something close to the back line. So now yellow cannot be moved or have anything done to it. It can do whatever it wants to anything in front of it. It can shoot the hoop. It can clear a ball. And that might be a wide double target. Yeah, it's not a true double. There's a little gap in there, but I would be tempted just to take on this hoop. She's been clearing well. She's hitting in the middle. Okay, so she elected there to do the safer option. She may have been treating that like a double and kind of aiming in the middle of those two targets, which is never a bad way to play it, because worst case scenario, you clear the opponent. Best case scenario, you miss a little left and you get the hoop. Let's see if blue can get in the jaws here. And unfortunately, she has underhit that, and it has rolled off to the side. So that blue ball is now going to be very difficult to manage. I don't think she may have been going for the wire. I don't think I agree with that if she was. Almost near wire for Cheryl, bounces off to the side about 6 yards away. If blue was just going to wire on yellow, I don't necessarily like that, because red could have elected just to set up again. She went for the promotion there. Those are very tricky, did not get it, but black is in good set position, so it's not a disaster. Yellow will be taking on black here. And the first big miss from Cheryl. So probably just a little bit off in her lineup. She's been swinging very straight, as we've seen. A small disagreement about where the ball is marked. So, and that's actually a really good thing to see. When you are in a game of golf croquet, the position of the ball where it's marked is very important. Even if it's not critical at that moment, it may become critical if balls are lagging around hoops. There might be blocks happening, wires happening. It makes the difference between the angle of your shot. whether or not your hoop shot is a 10% hoop shot or a 15% hoop shot. So very important for the player who hit the ball out of bounds, if they have the best view of it, to immediately walk to the spot where it is and mark it in. Oh, Cheryl there with the attempted combo clearance and almost gets it. She hit that almost perfectly in the middle. Blue probably darted around black by just a few inches, and you see red there followed just on the other side. So really good effort on what is a very difficult shot to execute from that distance. So big props to Cheryl for getting that close. She hit that well. We have a few comments already forming in the chat. We have Jamie Chicharov saying hi from Spain and wishing Ana good luck. And also telling us that there are 4 Spanish ladies in the finals. Yes, the Spanish players have been extremely strong this event, and in other events, obviously. But so a good showing here for the women's event. And speaking of the Spanish ladies, Ana has scored hoop 3 very cleanly and has taken a good position down by hoop 4. She may not be in really good hoop running position, but if blue can get a good set here, black can do whatever it wants to the opponent balls down there. Rick Pratt from Chesapeake Bay Croquet Club says, I always love Tom Paulding, the commentator. I learn a lot. Well, thank you, Rick. Hopefully I'm able to increase the quality and the education from my small contribution. I'm very honored that they asked me to come down here and do this today for the final. So... And Javier Calderon Castro says, Vamos, Ana. All right, we have a large Spanish contingent giving their support today. Great to see it. Always good to see. I've yet to be able to go play in Spain. I've been invited, and I wish I could take up those invitations, but unfortunately, sometimes my work season intervenes. But one of these years, I'm going to get around there, and I want to go experience all of the good things I've heard my countrymen tell me about playing croquet in Spain. It's been given a very high rating. Oh, that's a good set. As long as she hasn't blocked black from yellow, and I don't think she has. I think it's just a little bit north of the block line. So Cheryl would be interested in lagging this in to get the block, and Cheryl has overhit it, and that red ball, unfortunately, will not be set. Now, this is a very good opportunity for blue and black to take a definitive lead in this game. If black can hit yellow to the other side of the court, it will be very difficult for them to return fire on blue. But there's the added bonus at this angle. If she hits this slightly left of center, it is very possible that her black ball will take a position close to or even in front of hoop 5. And if she's able to score the hoop with blue, okay, so you see her there. She hit that very square. She did not hit it left of center. She hit a little right of center, but her ball still is basically on the halfway line or just a little bit over it, but it is legal. And yellow was pushed halfway between hoop 5 and hoop 1. So maybe not as far away as you would like Cheryl to be hitting this shot, but still a difficult one. She made one of a similar length a minute ago at hoop 3 to start that hoop. And let's see if she can put another beautiful swing on it. Looked good. Oh, just a little bit to the right. Her body language looks disappointed. I think she thought that she had that one for a little bit. It must have felt good off of her mallet. But you can't hit them all, as I unfortunately have learned the hard way, as well as all of my friends out there. All of us croquet players know that the best of intentions and all the prep work in the world doesn't always necessitate a hit. So, about a 1.5 yard hoop shot here for Ana. Ana, like myself, which you don't see very often, uses a staggered stance with her standard grip. Uses the double bent shaft for her standard, and she gets through. But so it's very unusual, the staggered stance. She does it the opposite of me, though. She has her left foot. Oh, no, that's the same as me. Well, I was looking at the reverse image. I'm sorry. It's been a long week. So the reason that some standard grip players use the staggered stance with the left foot forward and the right foot back that I've found to be helpful is the fact that when that right hand in that low position is palm forward, it has to flex a bit to have a full backswing. And that can be very strenuous on the wrist. So you want the hand and the arm itself to be able to go back as far as possible without having to flex. And when you move that right foot back, it just moves your hip back a little bit. And you can get a couple extra inches sometimes even, depending on how staggered you are, to get that space for your hand to go back. So I've always just, part of the reason I'm able to achieve a big backswing, I believe, is the fact that I have a slightly staggered stance, and it's just very comfortable. But it's obviously not the norm, but if it works for you, it works for you. Anna probably does not use it for that reason. She has a fairly small swing and a slightly separated hand grip, so it may just be a force of habit. She may have just, like I did, just learned that way. So I didn't learn the reasons why until a little bit later. So Cheryl here with a healthy shot at the hoop and black. If she goes left side of black, she might even ricochet into the hoop. So like that. Beautiful shot. Oh, get around the peg. Oh my goodness. How perfect is that? Let's see a instant replay of that. Catches the left edge of this black ball and, I mean, goes through the hoop cleanly. Normally, if you get a ricochet like that, you're happy just to sort of pop through it by a few feet. But, I mean, you would have thought she went for the hoop with how smooth that went through. Look at this. Oh, that's lovely. And that is another reason why putting balls really close to the hoop from those long distances away can be a bit of a risk, because if you don't get the block, then you often are giving up a very enticing double target or a chance for an in-off. So I think black would have been better suited there just to hang back even another foot or so. All right, so Cheryl has now managed to get her second hoop of the day, but Anna still has the 3-2 lead. But Cheryl in wonderful position now to make this 3-3. Oh, she pushed on that one just a little bit. You see that didn't go quite in the line of her feet, and that unfortunately is not going to be set in front of the hoop. That is a disappointing outcome when she had full control of everything. Oh, red gets a nudge, so blue and black will not be happy about that. So yellow really needed to be set there because red had a beautiful clearance to a potentially large amount of wired positions on that black ball. But now, with yellow offset and red nudged up, it makes more sense just to take on the hoop, and she gets it. So, all tied up now after 6 hoops, and we have a game on our hands, folks. So, spread the live stream link around. Tell your friends we'll be here all morning, or whatever time it may be in the far-flung corners of the world that you're joining us from. I'm sure I'll be joined by a colorful cast of characters as we go. In fact, character number 1 has just appeared in my peripheral vision. So which one of you is it, ladies?
Either.
How about both?
You can do both.
One here, one here.
All right. You can.
All right. I'll be outnumbered. It's all right. So I am being joined in the booth now by 2 of the premier participants of this event. On my right, we have Debbie Davidoff, and on my left, we have Helen Covington. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hello.
How are we doing this morning?
We're doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good so far. I'm waking up.
Nice.
It's been a long week, but we have a good game going on here. So Anna sort of took an early lead. She got up 3-1, but Cheryl just had a great series of hoops down the middle, and we come to hoop 7 with a 3-3 tie.
Excellent.
I would say that Anna's had the slightly better positional game. Cheryl's looked pretty strong in her clearing. She's had a couple of longer misses, but, you know, who doesn't? And we're going to see her take on another one of these slightly longish clearances now from about 7 yards. And it's a beautiful center ball hit. Beautiful center ball hit. And she's been doing that fairly consistently throughout this game so far. She's just had a couple of positional misplays that have cost her a hoop here and there.
Well, we experienced all of these girls from Spain are really great positional players. They are so skilled at putting the ball exactly where it needs to go. They have a really fine touch. It's really fun to watch. It's really challenging to play against.
Yeah, Anna was my in my block, and I did play her, and she put it right where she wanted to. Nice, smooth shots, very deliberate. She would block well. She would get right in front of me and get her ball well blocked to hit. I did win that block match, but it was I had to be extremely patient to play the Spaniards because they just keep clearing, and you just had to wait till you had the perfect moment to score these wickets.
So black there did attempt to clear yellow, was unable to get it very far away, kind of clipped the right side of it, but it did push Cheryl back towards the line far enough to where she was unable to convert the hoop shot, which will now leave blue about a 4-yarder, 5-yarder. I did notice something interesting there, but right before you ladies came in, I was commenting that as you see this shot, she has a staggered stance. But on that clearance shot she did not have a staggered stance. So I'm very interested, and I may have to talk to her before the day's over about if she's conscious of making that change, and I wonder if that may have been one of the reasons that she did not have the best clearance there.
No.
And you can see that's where her feet are pointed, if you can see that on the right-hand side of the screen. So very important for the folks at home. Your feet will determine the direction of the mallet more often than anything else. You can line your mallet up right at the target as much as you want, but if your toes are pointed off one side or the other, that's probably where the mallet's going to go.
Some of the Spanish girls told me that they were really having a difficult time with the quadway hoops because they're not used to playing on them.
Yes, I have not played in Spain yet, but many of my colleagues have, and the reports I've gotten are all famously positive of the Spanish hospitality, the people and everything, but the hoops are very easy in Spain, is the thing I've been told overwhelmingly. And this happened at the World Championships back in Chesapeake Bay in 2024. It was a very difficult time for some of the Spaniards because even for us who are used to quadways, that was a difficult time. Those were about the toughest hoops I've ever played on. But it can make a difference when you're not used to playing on hoops that are a little bit firmer, a little bit more challenging. It requires you to adjust your game.
But I also have to comment that those hoops at the World Championship in Chesapeake were expertly maintained
They
by
were.
an incredible referee crew. Patting myself on the back as I say that.
And y'all deserved it.
144 hoops of maintenance every day, multiple times.
Yeah, that was probably, for those who had the opportunity here in the States to play on those quadways, that was the only time you've really seen quadways at their full power. In most, even in the sandy Florida soil, they are effective, but they loosen up after a couple of hits, and they never quite get as firm as we want them to be. But in that thick clay ground up there in Virginia,
Yes.
they would move for no man or woman, suffer no abuse. All right, so
Cheryl's got herself in position.
yeah, she's got a really good opportunity at this. About a 1-yarder, not quite, slightly angled. And she'll be looking to get this down as far as she can. On these odd-numbered hoops, you really want to be able to run these long and take control of the next hoop in order. And Cheryl has a nice long swing to do it. Okay, so she did not hit that as big as I thought she might. But I think she was just prioritizing getting through the hoop if she wasn't 100% confident at that angle. And it was a nice, clean hit. Now, I will say one thing, and this is not to say anything about Cheryl. She's obviously a very skilled player, but it's a habit that forms over time. Stopping your mallet on hoop shots, or any shot for that matter, is typically unadvised. It leads to inconsistencies that can happen with twisting and other things. So I've watched Cheryl play for years. I know that
she's got that great follow through.
Right, on her big clearances, on her normal shots, and even on some of the hoop shots she's taken already, she has a follow through. But sometimes that habit starts to form when you're faced with an angled shot or a shot that you feel a certain amount of maybe discomfort about. And we need to really, I used to do it in my early years, and we need to really guard against it.
She's got her feet separated.
Exactly. So
on
that's
her long shot, too. I think she does a little bit every time.
Well, that one clearance shot she didn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did she?
Oh,
Did that go through the hoop?
No, it didn't.
No,
It just
went to
went
the
past
right.
it. So she was being a little aggressive, trying to get a really tight position there. but unfortunately just overrolled slightly. I wonder if the court's moving a little faster in one direction with the grain because they were all quite short coming up the other way. But
So rumor has it, not rumor but actual fact, I know, that this morning Anna came and started practicing at 7:30. Cheryl didn't leave to even come here until 9:15. Why do I know that? Because I was her Uber driver. So they have very different methods of preparing for the match. And that's actually very interesting because it's important for people to do what works for them. Some people want to get a whole bunch of practice in and dial it in. Some people just want to get their body warmed up and get their head in the game. So these two girls are very different style and preparation.
all right, angle shot here. Great view from this right-hand camera. You can see that she slightly tilts her mallet down on these shots. And just once again, a little bit to the left.
Give
And
Cheryl
I would wager a bet that her feet were pointed there again. She seems to have a tendency to line up a little bit to her right-hand side.
I think she hit that stanchion.
She did. So same as hoop 7. She was
Cheryl's
a little
got
off
an
to her right.
end now. Oh, no.
So, this is.
All right.
So I think that let's see. I think that black is slightly hampering the opening of the hoop, and she was trying to hit more into the right wire to maybe
Right.
squeeze in there, but she hit it too square, and it
Yeah.
just stopped in place. So that's an unlucky result. Yeah.
Yeah, she was trying to use the right wire to hit her in
I might have been
black.
tempted to hit that a little softer, too, just to sort of utilize the spin to nestle in there. But this will be interesting to see what.
She
I don't
can't
know if
see
I-
red.
Yeah, but I don't know if I would hit at these.
No, I wouldn't. But
I think
Cheryl's
she's
got
going
a great.
backwards through the hoop.
I wouldn't do that either.
Cheryl's got a
wouldn't
great
either.
jump shot. Now there's going to be 3 balls hampered.
Yeah,
She's going to jump
this
over
is
it.
That
no
is an
good.
easy jump for
Absolutely.
Cheryl.
I would have just set up.
Yeah.
So now,
It's about a
Oh, boy, this
Yeah,
is-
that's going to be a mess, and
Oh,
I'm
boy.
glad I'm in the booth and not refereeing. You know what happens when you're a referee and you see something like that? You walk up, you put the markers down,
Okay,
and inside
Cheryl.
you're thinking, please don't make me put those balls back.
Cheryl is jumping.
all right,
Yep,
first
she's
jump
got
shot
it.
of the game.
She loves to jump,
about
everybody.
2.5 yards back, 3 yards. Oh,
Oh,
Well,
well,
but
that's a wild
she-
outcome. Okay,
Yeah.
so can we get a replay on that? Yeah, here we go. So she came in too low. She hits black and yellow,
And hits-
splits
Oh.
them, and then pops into the jaws.
Remember, blue was coming from the back side,
was.
so that's
Let's
not.
see it from
she did
here.
not score blue.
Let's see. Oh, that is.
that is amazing.
She hits the black and the yellow, rips up into the crossbar, and straight down. She hits all 3 balls. Now, this is actually a bad spot for red and yellow. Really bad, because yellow is all the way in corner 1 and will have a tough time getting back to blue without also punching red back through the hoop, maybe. All black needs to do here is just set up well. And then blue will have a guaranteed stop shot to get red up to the north boundary, unless yellow makes a very good clearance. But as you can see, there would be risks even on that clearance of a
But
ricochet.
even if she does, then
I
blue's got a shot on red from the other side.
Well, I'm saying they would clear blue.
I don't
Yellow
think
could go for blue.
I don't think red is in
What is
the
she doing?
wicket.
What is she
though.
doing? Oh
She's-
no! What is she doing?
No,
She's trying to
to
block yellow from hitting blue. They do that a lot.
Yeah, don't do that. Just set up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, when she's in the corner.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it would have been hard for yellow
So
to hit blue anyway.
Right, so yellow's setting up.
So and now okay.
Yeah,
so
Cheryl
example
hid
number
from
1.
black.
Example.
We need a ref to, what is this?
Yeah. Example number 1 of why you don't go behind the hoop for any reason, if you can help it, is Cheryl. It might have left that yellow ball open, but I think it might be partially hampered. If it had rolled another 4 inches, black can do nothing about yellow.
Right.
And we just saw from the previous shot that blue attempting to go through the back of the hoop was very dangerous. If you get stuck in the hoop or on the back wire of the hoop, you're helpless.
And on these quadways, it's
Right.
really easy to get stuck in the hoop going backwards.
So for those at home looking to improve their golf croquet game, 2 things you never do. You never, ever, ever go behind the hoop for any reason. And you should avoid, unless absolutely desperate, going through the back of the hoop if you happen to find yourself behind the hoop for any reason.
Good advice.
If there's any other option available, do not go through the back of the hoop, ever. Okay. I personally don't see the need to really have this watched super closely. There's enough space between those balls. I mean, obviously, if you do a full follow through, maybe something bad will happen. But
Well, but if
Could
she's
be
been
a
going
crush.
offline on the right, if she follows through, and she could double tap on that.
she could. So,
But I do think it's wise to have it watched just to make sure.
I think anything, well, somebody we all know really well, Ben told me to always call a ref.
he would say that.
Yeah. He did.
If Ben's
My
watching,
first
it's like-
tournament. Well, then you have no question.
Well, isn't that the beauty of life? That's why there's chocolate and vanilla. Because some people like calling the ref and some people don't. Now, it'll be interesting to see what she does with her feet here.
Together.
Yeah.
Oh, there she goes. Now I can't see from this. Yeah, and even that, I mean, yellow's going to be able to power its way through that if it wants to.
Or
And
jump
again, she
over.
can jump it.
Yeah, so you would have liked to follow that through. You can see there that she hit almost a little bit into that left stanchion as she hit the ball. So that's a tough shot to do correctly, but it's not a great position that you want to be in. So red now just lags back in.
I think she's got to probably use black to get blue through there.
That's probably, that sucks.
Uh-oh is right.
You're good.
I didn't mean to say that.
That's all right. It does suck. But
Yeah, I think she's going to.
yeah, normally I would go for the clear here, but red is in too good of a position, and now that yellow's blocked, this actually is much more playable.
She's probably, yeah, I was going to say she's probably going to hit it perfectly too.
All right, one more jump shot. She's a little closer than she was last time, so if she does pretty much the same jump shot as before, she should clear it.
Oh, and she's got room
Plenty of
between
room, yeah.
Yeah, she does.
yellow and red.
Yeah, there's no worry there. She just needs to hit it clean. All right. Big shot. And beautiful. Right over the blue. So
Yeah.
after a very interesting development on the first jump shot, manages to save it on the second. And again, I just have to say that if black had just set up in front of the hoop,
It would have been.
we would have been in a very different situation. You know, red would have been forced to have to clear the black ball instead of getting to set up. And if they missed it, it would have been black and blue's hoop. But all right, so Cheryl, from 3-1 down, has now managed to take a 3-5 lead. So, but now this opens up the door for Miss Sanchez to do the honeycut gambit. So running the gambit, as you ladies may or may not be familiar with, is a very popular idea amongst the American team. And it basically posits that it is better to be the first ball to hoop 9, 3-5 down, than to be the second ball to hoop 9, 4-4 tied.
Say that again.
Right now, Anna is down 3-5.
Right.
But she was the first balls over to hoop 9. The honeycut, the gambit basically posits that that is a stronger position than if she had won hoop 8 and Cheryl got to be the first ball over to hoop 9.
To make it 4-4.
Correct. Because it is, if you get good position in hoop 9 and you're able to control it, hoop 9 and 10 can be won in sequence to make it
Right.
5-5, and then
5-5.
10 to 11 is an easier defense.
Right.
If you're 4-4 and you give up hoop 9, by the same token, your opponent should be able to control 9 to get 6-4 up on you, going to 11. Or at even best, 5-5 if you split.
It's really all about the turn from 10 to 11.
Correct. So you have to win 9 and 10 in a row, and then you really need to control 11. I have tried to coin a variant of it after my own name because of the open shot, where you go ahead and lose 11 anyway to go 6-5 down, but you win at the hook. So, all right. Well, she's a little bit on that wire. I'd be interested to see. It's hard to tell from this angle if
Red
it's
can come
very runnable. So, yeah, you see there, kind of a little
I
bit
think
heavy into
she's
that far
touching
wire.
it.
Yeah. So, here we go. We got a good angle here.
Yeah.
It should be
rolled.
scoreable, but not by much.
Well, Cheryl can jump this. Yep, she's going to. She's going to do this
Big jump
jumper.
here.
She's got the confidence now, and she's really good at these shots.
The only problem is if this is touching the wire, there's a high risk of popping it back if you don't get it. But she got it. Never
beautiful.
mind.
Yep.
Never mind.
Yep, she's grooving it
beautiful.
now.
Wow. All right. Cheryl Bromley. A little slow at the blocks, but really coming through in the back half.
Look at that. Perfectly.
Great angle jump.
Yeah.
So very confident. We have in the comments someone saying, "Hi from Edinburgh. Shout out to Cheryl for helping me with my ref exams via Zoom."
Oh, and who's saying that?
Janet Bruton.
Oh, great. I remember you, Janet, from the Worlds, right? The Women's
Yes.
Worlds? Yeah. Nice to hear from you.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in, Janet. So. All right, so
All she could do was put it through short. So red, black, yellow, and black. Or
yeah, so
get. Oh. Cheryl was asking something about it.
Probably checking the score,
tighten it.
maybe.
well, actually, she probably wanted to have that shot watched, but she probably didn't have the opportunity before it was hit to really ask
She
about
is.
it.
Oh, beautiful shot here. Look at that. Look at that.
Perfect.
Ooh, and it blocks.
Ooh,
Partial
yes.
Okay. Anna told me green.
Yeah, she was telling them to check that hoop.
block. You know a little Spanish, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Un poquito, or whatever they say. Just a little bit.
Un poquito.
I actually studied Spanish, French, Italian, German, and Arabic.
Wow. That's,
Yeah. But Tunisian Arabic, so the Egyptians don't understand the word I say.
like, is this lady making fun of us?
They go speak English. We don't understand.
It's your
Arabic.
Floridian accent.
No, I wasn't. No, it's just Tunisian Arabic is not the same as Egyptian. Every movie and TV show is made in Egypt, so all the other Arabs know Egyptian, but the Egyptians only know their own, unless it's classical, and I definitely don't speak
I
classical.
think she has room to slide by red into the
I
hoop.
don't think she
I don't.
does.
If she does, she's really going to have to lag it soft, hit that wire, and just hope she kind of trickles into the jaws. Oh, she's going for the jump.
Oh, yeah, she's jumping.
All right, her first jump opportunity.
She's got a good jump.
She's lined up a little bit to the right again.
Well, but
Well,
you
of
got
all the
red on
possible
there.
outcomes,
But now Cheryl's got to jump with yellow, and she's
Yeah.
going to do it.
and black is completely
Unless-
stymied on the hoop.
Unless she has a red
So-
with clear and can set up.
So I'm going to say
Red's-
something here that's not going to make any sense. But when Cheryl Bromley goes back and watches this, I need to say this might be unwise. And she will understand what that means. It's a little Easter egg for Cheryl.
All right.
And I'll explain it after
yeah.
she makes this shot.
I guess red can't see black enough to clear it.
No, it can't. I don't think it can see it at all.
She's just she's feeling it.
This is completely free. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with this.
Yeah.
With 6-3 up, you can do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Oh.
But you got red
All right,
and
that's not
black.
the
right.
most desirable outcome.
So the reason I said that is because in the Women's World Championship in 2023, Cheryl set up for a jump shot in the dark at an angle, and the commentator said, "I think this is unwise." And Cheryl then proceeded to nail it. So that was my my Easter egg there for her. No more,
Yeah.
don't worry.
I'm perfectly fine with taking that jump shot. She did, because of Blue's distance, have the option of just setting up closer for a more perfect jump shot. Black was unable to do anything. But I have no problem. When you're 6-3 up, you have the right to be as aggressive as you
Absolutely.
want to be.
Yeah, I agree.
And, put the game away. You're feeling it. You've made the last 2 jump shots in a row. And she's still very much in this hoop. She has good control over it. Black should not be doing that. Black should be setting. But Blue's hoop shot is not good enough to want to justify that. All right.
Sounds like there's a party going on downstairs.
Yeah, I keep hearing that. And all right.
A lot of Spanish viewers.
So Cheryl doing something very clever. She knows that setting up is not going to bear any fruit because of Black and Blue's position. So she has just gone across the hoop where Blue and Black have no incentive or ability to hit her. And Black is responding in suit by trying to stay wired from red so that it can get rid of yellow. So for those at home who maybe are not used to seeing golf croquet played this way, why aren't they trying to get in front of the hoop? Why aren't they trying to get in scoring position? Does you no good to set up if by the time you get to play that ball again, if it's going to be halfway across the lawn. So sometimes we need to exercise a little patience and just play a defensive position.
And this is a strategy that all the Spaniards use that I played. I played 3 of them, and they all used this strategy. They just kept clearing and setting up and being defensive and doing it well.
Well, when I played in Ireland, and the hoop conditions in Ireland were very similar to what I've been told they are in Spain, based on some people who had been to both places. And what I found was you could not give any hoop shot away from
Yeah.
less than 7 yards.
Yeah.
The hoop would almost swallow the ball into it at the right pace. And so it really incentivized taking a lot of clears and just denying hoop shots whenever possible. Whereas if my opponent has an 8-yard hoop attempt at, a hoop on these quadways, I'm probably not super aggressive about trying to get them off of that if I have much better shots. So, all right.
So what's interesting to me is how this is now turned into Cheryl's favor, because she cleared blue, left red in, and then instead of clearing yellow, which would have put black further out and yellow coming right back, she set up the black. Well, let's see if she blocks it. They're really
Well,
good
she
block,
blocked her from the hoop, but not from yellow.
but from black.
Well, sorry, from black. Sometimes my old eyes see colors and my mouth says a different one.
Yeah, mine does too. Did she block her from black? Let's see.
No, she didn't.
Perfect.
Good job.
Perfect. That was a great
Nice.
shot.
And look, all the way to the baseline.
Yeah. So blue didn't quite make it there. Yeah, she had a center ball. So.
Priscilla coming out to make sure it goes to the perfect spot.
All right. Big clearance here. Game one will be in the books if she doesn't get this. I wonder what make of mallet that is. Is that Jose Riva's mallet?
I think,
I don't know. It's got the bent handle.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the head
Yeah.
and I don't recognize it.
A lot of the girls
It's
are playing
wide.
trimmers.
Oh, a little ride. So,
It's wide and flatter,
yeah.
like the.
Yeah, that's not a trimmer.
But most of the Spanish girls are coming in with trimmers.
Yeah.
But there is that Spanish mallet.
Jose Riva's makes one.
Look at how the head's rounded on top.
I'll have to go.
Flat on the bottom.
I'll have to go investigate that at some point.
We'll put the ace
right.
recorder
All
on the
right,
case.
game one to Cheryl.
So-
Yay.
Right.
After being 3-1 down,
Good
Cheryl
job.
Bromley rallies and then proceeds to win 6 consecutive hoops to go 7-3 up and win the first game. All starting off of that in-off at hoop 5, that beautiful to get her position at hoop 6. And from there, the momentum shifted directly in her favor, and she did not let go. But
Over here, we've got Lisa Maloney 1 and Beatrice 6.
That's the
And
shield.
that's the
playoff.
shield playoff. But Beatrice, another great player from Spain. Looks like she's really going to town.
Rick Pratt asked, and we missed this when it happened, I understand why red played off to the side over there at hoop 10, but why not play far back in line with the hoop? So if you go back directly in the line with the hoop, further than, 4 or 5 yards, leaves a lot of opportunities for them to just lay a ball right in front. Black was right near the hoop, and so if you go back 5 or 6 yards dead on, black just lags to a position that blocks you from the hoop and is wired from your yellow ball, which was on the back line. And then you're either going to be taking on a very difficult clearance or having to take on a 5 or 6 yard jump shot. So playable if you have those shots comfortably, or if maybe your opponent is not that close to the hoop where the block is super reliable, because blocks are difficult. But in that position with how close black was, you want to be off to the side so you can just clear it away if it gets in front.
Well, and not many women make 15 to 18 foot jump shots. That may be you guys, but
Why not?
12, but even if she went 3 yards out, 9 feet or something, that would be doable, but still blockable. You're not going to see many
but
women put
at
it.
3 yards, I think black would still be incentivized to clear it too.
Right, but I'm saying like
Yeah.
4, that's 12 feet. So, I think you're going to see women. My max jump shot was about 12 feet. So it's not as easy for us.
Yeah, on these soft lawns, it gets quite difficult. When you have a sandy base and, this moist Florida ground, the ground absorbs so much of the ball's energy when you hit down into it that it doesn't want to pop back up very aggressively. We mentioned Chesapeake Bay earlier and how firm the hoops were. That ground also made it extremely good for jumping.
Right.
You could almost... I could jump through hoop 11 from the boundary without trying that hard. Whereas on these courts, it would be a struggle to even keep it in the air that long. It was just like bouncing something off of concrete.
So one of the things that we discover in our teaching with the Women's Golf Croquet Academy, and one of the things that I really try to encourage a lot of the women to do, is to hit their hoop shots harder. There's so many women who I think are so afraid of missing that they just barely clear the hoop. And when you're going down from 1 to 2, or you're going from 3 to 4, just going through the hoop is going to give up your opportunity to score both wickets. So we try to encourage our women to get comfortable with the hoop shots and shoot them harder.
It is one of the things that I probably harp on my students the most about. Women, yes, men even sometimes, but there's this pervasive thought amongst sort of club players that, well, if I hit it hard and I hit it poorly and I miss, then I'm just way away. I'm just out of position, and then I'll definitely lose the hoop. And the thing I always say to that is, if you can't commit to hitting a shot properly, then you can't play that shot. You have to commit to the reward if you do it properly, and also accept the consequences for doing it improperly.
And actually, if you're not far off and you miss, you sometimes are bouncing back and you're still in position.
Correct. You know, I mean, we both did. You know, we've taken a long hoop shot and we've just missed the whole hoop and been on the other side of the court. And you just deal with it as it comes. But that is not going to stop us from the next time from hitting it the same way. I'll do that before I lag at one from 7 yards. But we missed it earlier. There was a banner that came up on the screen showing the Palm Beach Sports Commission, who have been wonderful supporters of not only this event, but the NCC at large. And there you see in the back the NCC signs and flaggage out there. And yet there we go back again to the, and there we go. Just bring your game, Palm Beach County Sports Commission. So big thank you to them and all the continued support they give to the National Croquet Center and the USCA and the sport of croquet at large. There in the bottom corner, you see one of the sponsors for the YouTube channel and this event, Oakley Woods Croquet, the croquet store, a purveyor of all sorts of mallets and equipment across the United States and Canada, and a perennial sponsor of the YouTube channel. And then you have I Do Live Streaming, the company bringing us this wonderful broadcast that are over off to our right, providing us all of this wonderful coverage. So we thank them for all the stuff that they do for us and for being here to bring this to you all around the world. And finally, the official sponsor of not only the YouTube channel, but also of this event, White Tie Croquet by Vicki Johnston. White Tie Croquet has some of the finest white croquet apparel in the world, and you can get it customized with your club logo if you feel so inclined. And Vicki is a wonderful person to work with, and I encourage you all to stop by her tent if she's around. And she's actually playing right now, but and she'll be happy to fit you out with some brand new garb.
She's getting ready to do a jump shot.
Is she?
Isn't that Vicki over there? Oh, and she got it through.
All right, and you can kind of see our shadowed figures in the window. As
can we wave?
Yeah.
Hello.
So we're up here on the second floor of the National Croquet Center, so we have a bird's eye view out of this window of the featured lawn. So we try to look at the monitor for our commentary as much as possible, but sometimes we can see a slightly better angle out of the window because it's slightly different than the camera's view.
And the color of the balls was, it was hard to see the pink and the white on the screen.
We have up to 83 people now in the chat. So, and a lot of them seem to be from Spain, but
did you mention this?
I did mention so that she's only been playing for 3 years now. And she also shared a little anecdote, and we're referring to Miss Sanchez, about an interesting story about a tournament that she played in. The 2025 Egyptian Open, she says, was an unforgettable experience and was able to play with the best players in the world. And she wants to send a thank you to the organizers of that event for the invitation that they gave her. I can also attest, I was there, and that was my first Egyptian Open, that it is one of the most wonderful events and croquet trips that you can take. I recommend anybody who gets a chance to go should go to Cairo and experience it, not even just for croquet, but just to experience the beautiful historical place that it is. And they are some of the kindest people in the world, and big thank you to them and all that they do to promote international croquet.
So in March, I believe it's March 25th, there will be the Women's International Friendship Cup here at the NCC. It's going to be sponsored by the Women's Golf Croquet Association. It's not as large of an event as this one. This one has 72 players. I think the Friendship Cup is capped this year at 48 players, but it is another opportunity for a women's only event, and players come from around the world. In fact, I believe last year we had some winners, or the year before had some winners from Spain. I know who won last year because it was me. I don't know why I forgot that, but
can't forget that, Debbie.
no. But we've had players come from Egypt play in the Friendship Cup, and that was a tournament that was actually created by Cheryl Bromley.
We have the NZ Matt in the chat. Do you know what the wickets are set to, Tom? Or in New Zealand, we call them hoops. We call them sort of interchangeably here. I think that hoops is probably the more prevalent term. I think depending on where you go in the country, wickets may be the more regional term for it. But I do not know what they're set to. I would imagine they've gotten them for the finals pretty tight, probably 16th if they were able. I'd have to ask the people in charge of setting them. The unfortunate, again, just this soft soil, they don't stay as tight as we like for as long as we'd like. After a few hits, you saw them checking and then resetting some of the hoops between the games. But during the course of a game, they can get a little looser than we'd like, but they will try to set them as tight as possible to start with.
And here we go.
We have Jane Baharial in Toronto.
Well, hi, Jane. We heard your poem last night. Thank
yes,
you.
Yes, it was a good reading. So wish you could be here. All right. Once again, a little short, just like in game one. I was admonishing the folks at home about aiming too close to the hoop when approaching from a long way on the side, as I think Blue attempted to do. And now we see Cheryl going a touch long, but taking a deep position, more defensively.
Because so many of these people have not played on quads, we put them at 3 and 11/16.
Okay, I've just been informed by Miss Priscilla Flowers that due to the prevalence of people in this tournament who are not used to playing on quadways, they have set them to the 3 and 11/16 setting on the carrots. So not quite as tight as what they would be set to for maybe like the U.S. Open or something like that, but still very difficult and demanding of respect, as you can see from some of the failed hoop attempts that occurred throughout the first game. Black was able to get a very good set. Ooh, and Cheryl playing in to try and get a tight position as well and just overrolls the hoop slightly.
But Cheryl's balls are in a great place because she can clear now all the way across the lawn.
Yes, so if I were Blue here, I would be taking a crack at that red ball. And if you want to hit me, Cheryl, you got to hit me from the corner. Yeah, I don't love that.
I don't either.
It just gives up too much. Cheryl's already proven that she can clear very well in the center of the ball, even from longer distances than this. So all she needs is 2 good shots here, and she's right back in this hoop. That, unfortunately, will not help. So she really needed to hit that one either in the middle or slightly on the right. Left there obviously puts her behind the hoop, which is going to be very difficult. With that position now, if Black gets a good set, I would be seriously tempted to try to clear Blue to ricochet into the hoop. It's there, I think, with how close Blue is to it. And Yellow's not far away from Blue. So it's aggressive, yes, but especially if Black gets wired from red, then you pretty much have to. And it did get wired from red, perfectly so.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful shot there.
Yeah, you pretty much have to try to get into the hoop off of this.
And then Black will still have the jump opportunity.
Yeah, you want to get all the way through the hoop, so I would hit this rather firmly.
She did it.
Good stuff, Cheryl.
Beautiful.
Good stuff, Cheryl. So, Cheryl Bromley repeating the shot she had at hoop 5, more or less. This one's even more difficult.
Yeah, I would have. I was surprised she didn't block
Here we go.
red.
There's a replay.
this-
Watch this.
Beautiful.
Yeah, 1 point deducted for stopping them out, but other than that, I liked it. But what a great shot to flip that hoop around.
I think she'd take that point from you, Tom. It was
She's
worth
hitting a
it.
stop shot.
So, no, you don't stop your mallet to do a stop shot.
I do.
No, well, you shouldn't.
Helen Covington was the queen of the mallet stoppage years ago. And
this is my holy crusade that I'm waging across this nation. Do not stop your mallet for a stop shot in golf croquet.
It depends on how close the ball is.
Well, yes,
for me. If it's really close, you got to stop it.
The exception is if it's so close that double tap would, or either definitely or would be very likely to occur if you didn't stop. But if the balls are more than a foot or so apart, where a double tap is extremely hard to do unless you really tried for it, swing normally.
Yeah,
it's all that's needed.
Center ball.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of. I obviously teach a fair number of clubs, and I'm teaching at some new ones in Vero Beach now. And the first couple of weeks I've been there, the majority of our instruction has been trying to re-indoctrinate people. Oh, that's a great shot, Cheryl. Good touch.
So my holy crusade, Tom, would be for beginner players to not let them leave their mallet, walk behind, and look at the line. Learn how to stalk a ball properly, like she's doing right now. Put the mallet down and trust your stalking. Club players who put the mallet down walk back and then fiddle with it and walk forward. That's my holy crusade.
And it's a good crusade. I see a lot of both ways. I do try to encourage people to do it the proper way. Sometimes people are a little bit resolute in there, but yes, everyone at home, stalking is a skill that is developed like any other skill. Just like how you learn to swing the mallet better, how you learn to do all these different shots. Stalking is also a skill that you must practice and develop. It's not just something that you either can or cannot do.
That's right. Use it every shot. It is part of every shot routine.
We have someone coming in from Madrid, says good transmission and thanks us for the live stream. And then we also have Dagobert from the New York Croquet Club, but they're in Orlando. Well, why didn't you pop on over?
I believe Dagobert was on yesterday.
All right. This hoop shot is open, I believe.
Oh,
and clean through, didn't even touch the sides.
No.
So,
nice shot.
Anna with a really good hoop shot. I think that's really the first sort of longer hoop shot that we've seen Anna make. And what a clean one. So she might be starting to groove in that swing a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to help her emotionally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But now we see why I said in the first game and why it's a popular idea. We call it the Kyle corollary of the Honeycutt Gambit, which is hoop 2 does not matter. Because she won hoop 2, and that's great. But now Cheryl gets to be the first ball with a good set to the all-important hoop 3, which might be the most important hoop in the game. And it's going to require some great shot making.
Why is she going?
Not that. From Anna to be able to take control of the hoop. So I don't know the rationale behind that at all. I think she's thinking yellow may try to jaws, which even if they do. But now she's just put herself in a wired position from yellow behind the hoop. She has no scoring opportunities. So for those at home, this is also another crusade that we need to have. There's a lot of people who go, well, if they're going to get in the jaws, I'll just go behind the hoop. Stop doing that. Because it is the least effective position you can be in. To the side of the hoop, maybe. You still need to be able to hit anything that gets in front of the hoop.
She had just as much of an opportunity to do a block there as she would have had to do that shot.
Correct. Or clear yellow if you really think its position is that good.
And sometimes these shots don't go through, and you would be set up to take a shot yourself. Right. I never understand why people...
And that's short.
Worry
and now
about...
Cheryl's got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
She's got 2 good balls.
Yeah. There's a lot of things to do with blue there. If you're not feeling comfortable about the clearance, fine. Just throw the first ball in, and, black is closer. So, but at the very least, you have to have a threat.
And, of course, the pressure is on Anna now.
Oh.
That's not bad. She can work with that.
No, it's not bad.
She can work with that.
I'm just surprised that she went that softly at it. That if that had gone through, it wouldn't have gone through by much. And these quadways, when you hit a little extra wire, they
bounce it and keep it.
She is going to open it up for red.
Yep, she's going to give red a shot. No,
I wouldn't do this.
I wouldn't do this either.
Hit red.
Try to cut red over, make it harder for Cheryl, or
right. Black has a good angle to clear
block
this.
yourself. Yep. She's giving it away right here.
She's played 2.5 years. This is a learning curve.
This is a learning curve.
She will learn, yes.
Right.
Yeah, and to play this well in 2.5 years, she's doing great.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh.
Now red can put yellow to, or just put black on the
you don't put yellow through.
No, get rid of black.
Get rid of black every time. So that's another thing.
Play off
Don't
of black.
put your partner through the hoop unless absolutely necessary.
Right.
Because yellow can run all the way down.
Right.
And if you're in this position and you're a strong clearer like Cheryl like that, make them hit it from the corner. And listen, if they make a miraculously good hit
good
on
on
yellow,
her,
then
right?
great. You know, they still haven't
Good
won the
shot.
hoop. But make them work.
That's right. Is she going to concede it, do you think? Or she's going after it?
She's going after it.
She's going after
it. Which I appreciate. Never say die. Thank you. No free hoops.
All right, so in the booth, Miss Mary Hennelly, who is the mother hen of the tournament, has delivered homemade chocolate chip cookies.
Of which I am obliging myself.
Mary is known in all of the tournaments she comes to bake for the players and bring things for the players.
And cuties.
Yes, and cuties.
And
for people like
cuties.
me who don't eat the sugar, she's just known in the States. If you have the opportunity to come and play in any tournament with Mary, you will meet her.
All right. So black was unable to clear the blue ball.
Cheryl's asking if she wants it watched.
Yeah.
Must be a little angled. No, she's not going to watch it.
Talk about that for a minute, because people ask me all the time, whose responsibility is it to ask if a shot should be watched?
Any player has the right at any point to ask for a shot to be watched. If it's your own shot, if it's your opponent's shot, you have the right to forestall and say, there's a risk of something happening that should not on this stroke. I want it watched. If your opponent requests it, so Anna in that situation could have said, if you're going to try to make the hoop, I want it watched. At that point, Cheryl is obligated to wait until a referee is present and gives her the go-ahead to, once the balls have been marked, if appropriate, and to watch the shot. Oftentimes, my experience at tournaments is if it's a big tournament and there's a lot of courts going on and there's no referee around, maybe our opponent, your opponent goes, well, if I go, well, what if I just got in the jaws instead? And then your opponent can consent, like, if you're just going to do that, I'm fine. You don't need to have it watched. But until their request has either been retracted or the referee has been present, you cannot play whatever they believe the potentially offending shot is.
So yesterday I was called out to a lawn by two women, and they were arguing about something, and they were quite emotional, and they were asking me to opine on something that was after the fact and that I was not called out to watch and hadn't seen. So a referee cannot come out, and oftentimes players will say, well, look at the trajectory of the
Nice,
balls.
clear.
Beautiful shot by
Blue.
Cheryl. Look at the trajectory of the balls. It had to have happened this way just because of physics. A referee can't make that assessment unless they're called out and they've watched the shot.
Yes, we are not retroactive authorities.
No.
So the best medicine is prevention when it comes to a referee. That's pretty much all they're able to do. If two players have a dispute, they have a disagreement over a state of fact about the game or something, then there are certain limited cases where a referee can help arbitrate that dispute. If the players refuse,
Nice.
great, stop shop. If the players refuse to play onward, or if they've reached some sort of an impasse. But in terms of whether or not a fault or some other grievance was committed, that cannot be judged retroactively.
And a referee, when I was at Women's Worlds, a referee told the player what would happen when she took her stance.
By the way, we have a comment here
And
about
I thought you couldn't.
shout out to Rocky and Elaine Smith, and I have to say they were fantastic. Mm-hmm. Absolutely fantastic in this tournament.
Right, a referee can't tell you what's going to happen,
No.
right?
No, a referee, okay, if we get called out and they say, can I do this, can I do this? The only thing we can do is tell them what the rule is.
Right. You can offer clarification of facts. So if they ask you, what is a crush, you can answer that question or remind me the definition of crush, but they cannot ask you, is this going to be a crush if I hit it this way?
He told her it was going to be a crush if she hit it the way she took her stance. And is that not right?
No.
No.
just so.
He just says, take your stance and let her.
Oh, jump shot. So,
Has she made one yet? I don't think so.
no, and she doesn't really need to do this. Cheryl came from the backside of the hoop.
Right.
But she wants to try to leave her in there, I think, so she can get to the next hoop.
No.
It is kind of a free effort in terms of the fact that red probably won't make the hoop with yellow in there, but I would have been more tempted just to do the stop shot on red and then play black to a nice position to the side. So if yellow trickles through, I just get rid of it.
Yeah, there you get a view of that mallet.
Yeah.
Boy, that was a real steep.
Did it go
She
through?
went a little
She went too
high.
high.
Did red go through?
No,
No, red punched yellow.
and bounced off.
Red's in the jaws, or looks to be almost in the jaws.
No, they're going to the next wicket.
Are they?
Yeah,
Did
it
she-
must be through.
Oh, she did by like an inch.
Yeah, so give her a point.
All right.
3-1. I thought so because they were asking
we're
where
very secure people. We admit our mistakes.
they were asking. She was asking if blue was hit. I think before she'd hit black.
Oh,
and if blue was a legal ball.
Which is not.
Yeah, it hit
It is
somebody.
because in
No, it
that she
didn't.
did. Wasn't that
She
her
hit the
jump
top.
shot?
No, she
She
hit the
hit
top
yellow
crossbar.
through.
She didn't. She hit the top crossbar. She never touched yellow.
Oh,
Well, they agreed that she maybe
They both.
wobbled a ball or something. By the way, if two players agree,
it's
it's
good.
good.
It's good. Yeah. So
Even to the extent that if two players agree on a score of a match, shake hands and leave, that's it.
yep. You know, I'm on the rules committee for golf croquet, the WCF, and one of the big ongoing debates is the authority of the referee, and I fall squarely on the side of the ultimate authority in the game lies with the players. They are the participants. They are the people who are conducting the whole reason that we have rules, the whole reason that we're here. The referee is there as a support structure. That opinion is not universally shared, but so pretty much as a referee, I have the opinion that never get in the way of 2 or 4 players that can agree on something, whether it's wrong or not. So, all right. Ooh, what a great shot.
So what I
What
would
an
say,
amazing
Tom,
shot.
with that point of view, then there is an incredible responsibility, which I agree with, that players need to know the rules.
And they do, and they,
If
and they
we're
have
gonna,
to.
yeah, players in this sport, I'm actually kind of shocked. I think about American football. Would anybody go out and play that sport not knowing the rules? How could you possibly? But a lot of players will come out here and not know the rules, and they'll commit faults all the time. And it's a sport; you need to know the rules.
Yeah, and I think that there's been, well, even in your story, Helen, about, the referee who informed a player that they would fault, even that referee who presumably has taken a test and has read the rule book was, great shot.
nice
Cheryl.
shot.
Okay,
Forward,
she's
Cheryl.
so confident right now. Look at her.
It's a
Doing
steam engine.
beautifully.
Yeah.
Even that person, who ought to know the rules, at least at some point because they read them, was clearly either forgetful of the fact or just...
Well,
heavy.
if she took her stance and he said that this was what will happen if you hit it from that stance, but you're supposed to let her do
You
it.
can't say a thing.
You can't even say that.
This
What if
is
she?
the world one, so I don't.
Well, yeah.
It was in the wicket, and she was hitting to the next wicket.
You are not allowed to give advice.
Okay.
And that falls under advice. So you cannot say anything that may alter the outcome of how a player chooses to play a shot.
And the reality is, too, even though her mallet may be lined up in a particular way, if she diverts in the actual swing, if she diverts her backswing, may not necessarily go in that direction. You cannot predict what's going to happen.
Well, she did it, and it was a crush, but he said if you hit the ball that way, it's going to be a crush.
So he was
she
right.
did it, and it was a crush, and then she argued with him that it was.
So this referee had ESP, basically, is what you're saying.
But shouldn't have said anything. Should have not told her.
That's correct.
Should have just let her hit it and then called a crush.
That's correct.
And listen,
But this was, because I do know all the rules. I haven't taken the test, but because I study the book and I look things up when it comes up. I have the book in my bag to make sure, and that just happened to me. And Debbie, I'll tell you later who it was because you'll realize it when I tell you who
I'll appreciate
it
it
was.
even more.
Yeah. But you're just supposed to take your stance and then take it. Sometimes when I do that with the ref, I change my mind because I realize it might be something that is not going to work.
So Laura Hendrick was in the chat talking about the question we had about the offside promotion and that the yellow ball was moved out of the hoop by the blue ball striking the hoop.
Oh.
If we go to 8.3 under exemptions, I will just point out that exemptions to a ball is not
That's right.
offsides if it is already subject to an offside direction, or one of the exemptions is contact with a ball in the previous stroke, namely an opponent ball. It doesn't mean that you moving an opponent ball makes you not offsides.
Well, actually,
have
you're
to
not
touch it.
offsides. You're not offsides as a result of the scoring shot.
But she didn't score the shot.
But she-
Yeah,
didn't.
so I'm not sure that
And
applies.
So her
in
ball
that.
was offsides, is what I'm saying.
She moved.
Yeah.
The wicket moved the yellow ball, but blue didn't hit it. So to me, that means that blue is offsides.
It is, because 8.3.1c says subject to rule 8.3.3, contact with an opponent.
Oh, look at this. She missed that clear.
Oh, no.
Skimmed it, and it gave, I think,
Well, Cheryl's going to clear black, and
red.
then she'll.
I think it gave red a better shot on black.
Yeah, yeah.
Contact with an opponent ball at any time in the last turn in which the ball moved or was played. So
Right.
you have to make direct contact with the opponent ball.
Which
Yeah.
which we don't
she
think
didn't
she
do.
did.
I
She-
think
she
she
did
hit
not.
the
They must-
stanchion, and the
so-
stanchion moved the ball.
Correct.
In their discussion, they must have thought that
maybe
it happened.
it touched the ball.
Right. Sometimes when shots happen very quickly, jump shots namely,
Yeah.
and maybe you didn't quite see where your ball hit the hoop, you just saw that it bounced back and you saw that the ball in the hoop moved. It's very
Right.
easy to assume that because of the motion of
It
that ball
nicked
that
the
it
ball.
nicked it.
Right.
So it's it honestly, Cheryl ended up winning hoop 5. It's not that it gave up any meaningful advantage in the end, but it is one of those things that can be sort of hard to keep track of in the course of a game. We got a good looking clearance off.
Good job.
Nicely
Great
done.
job. Beautifully done.
And by the way, thanks to Laura Hendrick, who is a recently elevated national referee.
Hi, Laura.
Yes, thank you, Laura, for that. So, Laura, we're going back to inspect the footage on the ball.
That was a great clear.
Right.
Nice
pressure.
nice-
Cheryl just needs to keep putting the pressure on.
Yeah.
That's right.
She's in complete control of this hoop because she's got 2 balls on the playing side, and Anna has 2 on the non-playing side.
Yeah. So I would be tempted to set blue deep here because at some point I need a hoop shot, and black is much closer.
But she's going in tight.
No, she's going
Oh,
deep
she's
enough.
going deep. All right. I thought she was trying to
So,
lay up and block.
I don't mind that position at all, far enough away that red doesn't feel hugely incentivized to hit at it.
All right.
I would also be seriously tempted to shoot at black here and try to get myself over to hoop 7 off of black.
I think she's going to
She's
try to block
just
black.
gonna, yeah, she's just trying to
Yeah.
block her.
Yep. And I think she got it. That looks like a pretty good block on black. But could also be a double clear.
You mean a Covington clear?
Eh,
We've heard about the Honeycutt Gambit and the Kyle corner, and how about the Covington
Good
clear?
luck. Yeah, but at my original club, we gave things names, and I was the good clearer, so that's why it was, the guy who always hit for a ball and went through the wicket instead. He got named something, so that was just a fun way to.
I've been the beneficiary of the
All
Covington
right.
clear. All right,
Cheryl
Cheryl's gone
taking a
ahead.
commanding lead, 5-1 up
Oh,
in
go
game
Cheryl.
2.
Right, but Cheryl's got to keep the
Yeah.
pressure on, not
Yeah.
start sliding.
This is when
'Cause you
you
never
say,
know
I've
what
got
might
the game
happen.
in bat in hand, and you let go a little, and you can't. You got to keep it
Yeah.
going.
Yep, she's got to, keep her momentum.
Yeah. Jamie Chicharo says, "I see that Anna out of mind." Yeah, it can be hard when you're in the final, and maybe you feel like you got unlucky in some hoops in the first game, or that you should have played a little better. And when you get in this position, 5-1 down in a deciding game, it's very difficult to keep high energy. Oh, and a potential opportunity here. Long miss by Cheryl. I like that she took the shot. Obviously a lot of people go, oh, well, yellow's closer, it can hit blue, but that angle is pretty much a freebie. I'm a big fan of taking 2 clearances at that.
And it's a good angle that your yellow ball could have stayed in the V, and the blue would have been at the line.
Yes. So,
At that angle. So you want to take those that leave you in a better spot as a clear. I agree with that. Where is yellow?
it's got to be marked in.
Oh.
But
Oh, okay. I didn't see where the ball was, so there it is. Oh, she's got a good shot on that red-black shit.
Yep.
I cannot see where red is.
It's in the
Red's
corner.
corner by
Thank
the
you.
red flag.
So black here just needs another ball in good position.
And maybe an attempt at a block on yellow. I think that's probably what she's going to go for. Try to get it in yellow's line, but in shooting position.
Pace looks promising.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good one.
I tell you, they are good at this. That is
I
beautifully
think yellow
done.
can see blue.
I do too, but
Maybe only part of it. It's
Yeah.
hard to tell on this camera. I think at least half of the ball, but maybe the whole thing. Cheryl didn't look too closely at it, so she must be confident in the target.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
got it. Oh,
Oh.
all right.
that was almost.
I think she, based on how far past black she went, I think she could have seen more than that. So she might be a little disappointed in that outcome, but you live to fight another shot.
Yeah.
So this is the moment where I would not worry about the block on black. I don't want, I mean, she's outside of the corner. It's unlikely, but a lot of people here over prioritize the block when they should block the hoop or put a ball in a position where no attempt at the hoop is ever going to be viable. Let red hit black. You just put black back.
Right.
So we have over 100 people now joining us on this live stream. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please pass the live stream link around. Give it to your friends.
We call this Croquet Church.
That's right.
Sunday morning croquet. We've already talked about Holy Crusades.
That's right. We have a couple. Oh, great shot from Cheryl.
But why would she leave the black shot?
She's probably
So-
thinking that maybe she's not going to make the black.
Well, I think the thought is more that you're 5-1 up. Blue had the much better hoop shot, and you're looking down the barrel of having to hit 3, 4, 5, 6 great clearances in a row. Obviously, she hit that so well that red would have an easy one, but you don't know that that's going to happen. I've done this before where I take out their easier score and I say, make the hoop with black. You're just not going to get position or good control of hoop 8.
Well,
as
and she
likely.
also is not likely to get all the way down.
Yeah, like that.
Like that.
So give up
Perfect.
hoop 7. As long as I
Yep.
get hoop 8 and I get to 6, it doesn't really matter to me. But blue was most definitely, if left there, going to be able to run it with control.
Right. And get further down. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's actually a viable strategy even at the top level, even with players who are very strong hoop runners. There's a big difference between a 1 foot straight on hoop shot and a 3 or 4 foot straight on hoop shot
That's
in
right.
terms of the control that you can exercise down to the next hoop.
It looks like she's going to have a hard time with that black ball.
Yeah.
She's going for the black one. All
Which
of these
again, I'm just not a
courts-
fan. I'm just
No, all
it
of
doesn't
these
help you.
courts roll that way, though, towards the lake.
Let's say she even gets the block there. Red just sets up, and then
Right.
yellow just gets red or cuddles blue.
Right.
You know? And so I think in that position, if you're that worried about yellow shooting the hoop, you have to clear it. Oh, she might just get it right off rip.
Oh, is it turning
Right.
into the hoop?
No, it turns
Oh, and it rolled to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I had several of those. You think it's going to be perfect, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden it just takes a little right turn.
Well, I think that's the effect of old hoop holes, you know.
Janet's asking, in that unresolvable dispute you mentioned, Debbie, did you leave it to the players or use 15-5 to serve justice?
Actually, I explained to them what the rules were, and I told everybody to just calm down and behave. And they agreed that they would calm down and behave. And they ended the match as friends.
Yeah, it has been my experience that some people view the calling of a referee or the accusation, what they view as an accusation that a fault may or may not occur on a shot as some sort of personal, insult or attack, where it's just like, oh, you think I don't know how to hit a shot properly, or oh, you think I would try to cheat, and it's just not that. The top level players and the bottom level players, everybody, we all commit faults. We all
That's
do
right.
things we don't mean to do, whether we had the best of intentions. Sometimes you just don't hit it right, and it's good to just not have that moment where there's doubt.
Well, and I also believe that people honestly believe what they believe. When you come in and there's two players who are arguing this thing that I didn't see, they each have an honest belief in what they're telling me.
Yes.
One may not be true, but they honestly believe it. And so when somebody honestly believes it, how can you dispute? I mean, if the striker ultimately makes the call and that's what they honestly believe, then that is the call.
Pete Privas, it's always hard to close a match, so still not over for Anna. Hang in there and a few good shots to put pressure on.
That's
and
right.
I agree 100%. 5-2 has been surmounted before.
I had one of those yesterday. I was down 5-2 and I came back and won
Nice clearance.
7-6.
Shield winner.
All right.
Here.
Beatrice,
We have the
welcome.
shield winner of the championship shield, Beatriz Cabeza de Vaca.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Would
From
you like
Madrid.
Take my
from Madrid?
I think another one.
No, you can
Oh,
sit
cheering
here.
for Milwaukee Croquet Club.
All right.
Got you. Of which I am a member.
Fine. Helen knows a little Spanish.
No, Beatrice is great English.
No, not great, but
Yes,
anyway,
you do. Yes, you do.
How are you doing, Beatrice?
very happy.
All right. Congratulations on winning the shield.
Thank you very much.
So, we saw a few of the shots there. We saw that you had a pretty commanding lead early on, 6-1 at one point. And just walk us through your process about how you approached the game mentally, if you could.
The total thing, the total
Just-
competition,
That game in particular.
that game.
Yeah.
My last game has been terribly good because I think Lisa was not in her best day. I am in one of my best days.
That's always good timing. in the
Yeah,
final.
exactly. I've been very lucky also, and it has been great. Really happy. I am really happy.
Good. What was your favorite part about this event as a whole?
The total event.
Yeah. Favorite thing
Everything.
about it.
It's incredible. The club, the lawns, the courts, the people. All you are absolutely great with us, very kind. We came from Spain, 10 Spanish, no one knew us. Everyone, all of you have been absolutely great. And, well, we are thinking to come back next year.
Well, that's good. We
Yes,
want you back next year.
yes.
The club is incredible, the organization, everything, all the players, kind, well, incredible, really incredible. And we are very happy, all of us.
Well, we're very happy that you could make it and that you enjoyed yourself so much and that you get to walk away with a little hardware. But
right.
would you like to give the folks at home in Spain and other places abroad one tip that you've taken away from this week to improve their game, especially in competition conditions?
Well, yes, the thing is that for us, the hoops, or you call them
Hoops that we're with.
hoops, okay, are absolutely different of our hoops. The first day we were training here, the day before the tournament started, and we were, my goodness, we don't pass through any hoop. Incredible. Now, 4 days later, well, much better.
Gets a little easy, you know?
Yeah.
Not easy, not very easy, but because we are not used to the base of the hoops, we don't see them.
Mm-hmm.
We have grass and then,
Yeah.
I don't know the name, the sticks. But here, mentally, maybe, it's different for us. So when you try to pass the hoop, not in a straight line, but from the side, you see that base. So, but apart from that, I think the grass is incredible. They are playing. They are wonderful. I think not in all of them, but almost a lot of them. And
They do a really good job here of maintaining the lawns, and so
Yeah.
we're very lucky to have such a facility. Oh, no.
what happened?
Blue has tried to
Gonna
clear yellow and just put her through
Here we go.
hoop
We'll see it
8.
again. So I
Oh, no. That
Wind
is
kicking up too.
that is about the worst possible thing that could happen because now Cheryl is 1 point away from match victory and will get the
And
first ball to the
that's right.
all-important hoop 9.
Look at
Yes.
Anna's face.
Yeah, she knows that might have been her critical error.
don't give up.
Don't give up. Got to fight your way back.
Don't give up. You
The most
never
famous
know.
example was Reg Bamford won a world championship 6-2 down in Egypt, and he managed to come back and fight his way back to the hook.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't over till it's over, folks. But
And another thing is beautiful. The club with the chairs, the tables, the everything, the terrace, the patio. It's incredible. We are absolutely excited.
And they have plans for even more beautiful things that they're doing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Those flags over there with that NCC sign that you saw a bit earlier, there are plans downstairs where they're going to put the Grand Pavilion. So even in the back of the club there will be more lawns, obviously,
this
back
could
there.
be the winning shot.
All right. About a 4.5 yard
That's it.
attempt, slightly angled. One good swing.
She can do it.
She can do it.
Keep your head down and your slow
She's a
pace.
great player. Look at that.
Now in the wicket.
No follow through.
Well, she's
But-
down. I knew you were going to
No
catch
follow
that.
There is
through. I'm
no-
going to say it.
No risk at all. Where is the black?
So
What is the
black's on the
black?
back line. 7-yard jump shot. It's,
Nothing to do, I think, for Anna.
you can't.
She could push blue behind the wicket. But
Yellow's just gonna
yellow
put red
can
through.
so.
Then the yellow will
Yeah.
try to push.
The only thing here is to try to say this is a jump. Even if you don't really believe you physically have it, you're going to lose either way. You got to try. So
She's going to clear yellow.
can
Anna,
we get red out?
Anna is a
think
very
it can.
good player
Red's
in
sticking out.
Maybe
Spain.
red's not that deep. Do we have another camera angle from the other side?
She's trying to.
She didn't get it.
missed.
Well, she's
Well, I would put it through with yellow.
yeah. I don't think it red.
This-
We
I
could
don't
get that
think
out.
we'll
That's
put-
really deep into
That's, yeah.
This match is the
Oh,
best
just
of
set
three.
up another
Yeah,
insurance
and
Oh,
Cheryl,
and go
this is
through.
it.
Cheryl,
This
okay.
is the winning
Put
shot
that
for
through.
the match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
All right.
Beautifully
Good
played.
job, Cheryl.
Congratulations to Cheryl, who went all the way through this tournament
Congratulations.
undefeated.
Undefeated.
It
Wow.
was my-
Hometown hero.
My first match of the competition was with Cheryl.
Was with Cheryl? How'd that go?
First day at 8 o'clock in the morning, raining and raining.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. Thursday was ugly.
We had the
Thursday was
worst
bad, I
weather.
heard.
But she's wonderful, Cheryl.
She's a very experienced, very kind player, always a regular at the high level of these events. And it's just great to see that after 19 years of teaching and competing in this country, that she can still dominate the field. And so congratulations to Cheryl, and congratulations to Anna for, after only 3 years, making it to the finals of such a large and competitive tournament.
Absolutely.
Very bright career ahead of her. I'm not exactly certain how old Anna is, but she clearly came to the game with a desire to win and to get better. And we hope that she takes some of the lessons back that she's learned here to Spain and continues to build upon her progress.
Exactly. Can I say some
Yes,
words in
please.
Spanish for the Spanish?
Absolutely.
Please.
En español, yo recomiendo a todas las españolas que pongáis este campeonato. Es increíble.
Oh,
Un abrazo para todos los de aquí, que han sido impresionantemente acogedores, amables, cariñosos. Nos han tratado como vamos, como unas reinas. So thank you everyone, and we will come back, I'm sure.
and we can't wait.
Thank you.
And hope we see you in Madrid.
Yeah, sure,
Yes.
Debbie, you promised me.
I did, I promise you.
Okay.
It'll happen.
Okay.
So thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you, Beatrice.
you. That was terrific.
All righty.
She told everybody from Spain to come here.
Love it. We want them all.
Yes. Come one, come all.
All right. So we might be able to get Cheryl up here for a quick winner's interview.
Oh, is he going to do it down there? Yeah.
They may send her up here.
Yeah. The president, they don't have any microphones really down there. And we wouldn't be able to ask questions. There's Adam Peck, the expert hoop setter for a lot of the recent tournaments, and a new high-level player in his own right. He was with us in Egypt. He is the son of Ursula Peck here, who is the office manager for the USCA, and we love Adam. Great guy.
We absolutely love Adam. All right.
All right. So we also have an update from the championship
Oh.
plate final. We have Sabine Martinson
Oh, wonderful.
triumphing 10-6 over Vicky Johnson.
From Latvia.
Congratulations.
So, how's it going,
Right, I am
Sabine?
going to step aside and
thank
allow you
you.
and Sabine to have a conversation.
All righty.
And I'll see if I can get Cheryl up here for you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So,
Congratulations, Sabine.
Thank you.
we unfortunately, we could see a little bit out of the corner of the window here, but we didn't get to watch a majority of your match. But obviously 10-6 is a fairly commanding win.
Yes, yes. The first hoops were kind of easy and good, and then I started to go down and lost 3 hoops after hoop 13. But I was really working hard on the hoop 16, so I got it.
So that's actually interesting that you say that. I think it's a very difficult thing for people to keep up the momentum, even when they start out strong. So walk us through, the people at home, how you recognize that moment and how you made an adjustment to try to keep that energy.
Well, I think because I made a mistake on hoop 13, it kind of like kicked me out of my rhythm and stuff. So the next few hoops were kind of difficult, and I just tried to like calm myself down and be patient, because all you have to do, be patient and just do your best shot. Like each shot needs to be your best shot.
And is this the first time you've played this event? I do apologize that I don't know that.
Yes, I'm first time here.
All right. And what has your experience been of the tournament overall?
I've played 2 times in the Women's European Championship, and last summer I was in the World Teams Championship.
Okay, excellent. And how does this event compare to some of those?
The same, they're great events.
Yeah.
I love these big events. You meet new players, very good players. I love to play with these ladies because they play every day.
Yeah.
They get to play every day. I don't play every day because we have a short season back in Latvia. So now it's like cold and snowy and stuff. So it's just interesting. And also, we don't play on these kinds of lawns. These are very fast lawns, and we don't play with the quadway hoops. So traveling somewhere else to these big events, we get to play in these kinds of settings, the lawns and the hoops and everything. So
It
it's
must be a big
good
adjustment.
experience. Yes, and
Yeah.
it's a good experience.
Well, good. What would you say throughout your play this week you found to be sort of the most important sort of tip that we could give to the people at home about the game, or what was the most important skill that you thought that, if I was just a little bit better at this, this game would become a lot easier?
I think it was very hard for me to adjust to the speed of the lawns, because my block games were terrible. Well, not terrible. I just lost all of that.
You made it.
But I think that on day 3, I finally got comfortable with my swing and everything and stuff. So I started to play my game as I usually play. So I just hope I could do that on the first day.
You
But
found
it's
it.
fine.
You
Yeah,
found
it's
it.
fine. I'm happy and proud of what I've done. So
Good. And anything you'd like to say to the folks back home in Latvia? I hope some of them are watching.
okay, do you want me to say in
Say
Latvian?
it in Latvian.
Because previous time I didn't understand.
Beatrice said it in Spanish. Say it in Latvian.
Okay. Paldies visiem, kur skatījās un atbalstīja.
Excellent. Beautiful. I don't know what you said, but it was beautiful. It's very interesting. Up until I think this week, didn't really think about there being a lot of croquet in Latvia. Obviously, you hear the major countries, but how many croquet players are in Latvia? Like, how big is it?
I think we have like around 100 players.
Alright.
Yeah, but the active ones are like maybe 70.
So a fairly tight-knit community.
Yes, we have two clubs. My club has 3 full-size lawns, and the other one has 1 full-size lawn.
Excellent. All right. Well, we hope to see more of your countrymen and women over here for future events.
Yes.
And thank you so much for coming this week, and we're really glad that you enjoyed it.
Thank you for having me here.
All right.
Thank you.
Good to meet you.
Bye.
All right. You mind? Yeah.
Ready?
We have the big winner, Cheryl Bromley.
Thank you,
How's it going?
And we also got
And we have the runner-up.
No, Anna's downstairs, I think.
Anna. Oh, all right. Anna's not here yet. So, but she will join us in a minute. How's it going, Cheryl? Well, it must be going good.
Feels good.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, very interesting match to watch. Game 1, you actually got down 3-1, and it was looking for a second like your opponent was starting to build some momentum, and then you went on this incredible run to win 7-3, 6 unanswered hoops off of that beautiful in-off at hoop 5.
Oh, man.
Walk us through the thought process that helped you go on that run. You know, you're 3-1 down, your opponent's starting to get good position at hoop 5, and you just turned something on, it seemed.
Right. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll break a match into like 3 sections. So like the first 4 hoops are sort of that first section, and then, the middle 4 hoops, and then the last 4 or 5 hoops. And so you you just can't panic when you're down 3-1 because there's a lot of game left. And not to mention, there's opportunities coming up from 5 to 6 and 7 to 8 to maybe do some, get a couple hoops in a row.
And you made you didn't just make hoop 5 off the end off, you got beautiful position at hoop 6,
Thank
which,
you.
just sneaking by the peg.
Yeah.
And that really, I think, really swung things back over. We always say that golf croquet is a very momentum-based game. And you could tell at that moment that the momentum was right back in with you. The jump shots.
Oh my gosh.
Very impressive. The first one at Hoop 8 had a very interesting outcome, and then you made the second one.
Right.
And then I honestly didn't think that the one at 9 was makeable from this angle up here, but you sailed through that with no problem. Walk us through, the folks at home, how you approach those types of shots. A lot of people struggle with jump shots. They really want to learn how to get better at them.
Right. Well, it's interesting. Early on, it's like a hole-in-one in golf. It feels so good if you can make a jump shot. And so early on when I was just learning how to play, my husband Bill and I would, when we worked down at the Hillsborough Club, we would practice, and then at the end, he always made me hit 3 in a row consecutively. We wouldn't leave the court until I'd made 3 jump shots in a row.
Wow.
So that kind of really grooved it, and they're so fun. So it's interesting when I get up to hit it, I feel like really positive. I'm like, this is a fun shot, so.
Right, this is what we're here for.
Yeah.
So, and then that second game, you had some amazing clearances. She put you under pressure at a few hoops, and it was looking like, okay, Anna's about to get her run going, and just out of nowhere, you would just kind of rip her back off of the hoop again. Game 1 as well, but I thought in game 2 that made the real difference. It just seemed that you had such confidence in your long stroke. I was really at that point too, trying not to ease up because when you get ahead a little bit, sometimes an opponent will raise their game. And if you lower your game, that's sometimes where they can overtake you. So I was just thinking, really keep it going, go for your shots, don't be tentative. The thing that helped me truly is I think her positional shots let her down in that second game. She wasn't getting, so that gave me opportunity to take a little bit of risk at times. Yeah, we did notice that there were a couple of missed positions in critical moments. And obviously, as an opponent, you like to see it, you like to take advantage of it. But, you still have to make good shots, and you definitely just triumphed in the end. It's just consistent hitting. So very decisive result.
Thank you.
You've been playing, I've read your little bio for 19 years.
Yes.
And you're still right in the thick of it at the top level of the game. Yes. How does it feel? Did you ever imagine when you first took up croquet at the Hillsborough Club that you'd still be doing it after all this time and you'd still be in the fray?
Oh, that's wild. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing, truly. And I have to say, when I first was, besides the backyard game, but when I was first getting into it at the start, I was around people who had been lifelong athletes, and this was their sport. So it gave me this sense that I could keep competing in this sport for a long time.
Yeah.
So that felt good.
And it's wonderful to see. This is a sport that all ages can love and enjoy and compete in. From the 11-year-old Simon Denchev taking games
so
off
good.
of Matthew all the way up to, I had a player at my club who was doing tournaments at 99.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so it really is a sport for all ages, and we love to see this level of competition. And speaking of competition, we have your competition here.
Right here's Anna. No, this is Anna.
Sorry. And so I'm meeting a lot of people for the first time. So,
Should I give this to you?
they have this one. So
Okay, do you want me to
you stay.
Okay.
So commiserations. So
That's impossible. Congratulations. It's impossible.
Cheryl is me and Cheryl have had the opportunity to play before.
Oh man, I'm very.
And it's been a scary game every time. And so, but you played very well. This is my first exposure to seeing a lot of the Spanish women here playing croquet, and I'm just very impressed by the routine, the method, and the discipline of your pre-shot approach. And just walk us through, the folks at home, why that's so important to you in your game, and making sure that even on simple shots, 2-foot shots, that you take your time every single time.
¿Qué quiere que te diga? Que lo que te traduzca. Que cómo te has encontrado jugando.
En el campo.
En el campo.
En
El campo es perfecto, la
Ya.
verdad. Y
Las
muy bien,
condiciones,
todo perfecto.
todo.
El problema
Ya.
ha sido ella.
Ah.
Sí, la ha entrado todo. Muy bien,
Yes,
muy bien.
The courts and the facilities, everything here is fantastic. The problem is that she is
To me,
very
it's an
good.
honor to play with her.
Oh,
For
very
her.
nice. Thank you.
absolutely. So, and you had a couple of really good clearing shots throughout the match, hitting from far away.
Bueno,
But,
hoy no,
you-
today no.
Well, you had a couple. You had a few. It wasn't your day, but you don't get any points at all if you don't hit well, right? And you got a lot of good hits in. Walk us, if you could explain maybe to the folks how you approach a long shot, like mentally.
¿Cómo haces para quitar también las bolas y
Me
jugar
concentro y busco la línea en mi cabeza.
bien? She concentrates himself and look for the line.
Very important to stalk it, line up, get everything set. And so that's that method that we see with you. And all the Spanish players take very
Yeah.
slow, methodical approaches. And it's something that a lot of the American players that we teach would be better suited to learn, wouldn't you say, Cheryl?
Absolutely.
So that's what we try to teach when we have our students. And so it's really good to see that, you guys are approaching the game so scientifically, trying to make it a hard method. It was a wonderful match to watch, ladies.
Thank you.
And we thank everyone from Spain for coming out here and making this one of the best women's tournaments, the best women's tournament
amazing.
in the world and the largest. Come back next year.
Yes,
All right.
Yeah,
Of course,
el más
of
grande.
course.
That's right. You got to get revenge now. But it's so great that you guys. We hope that you've enjoyed your time here and that you can take this with you back to Spain and hopefully encourage more of your countrymen to come visit us in the future, and hopefully more of ours can come visit y'all.
O sea, que vuelvas, un buen viaje de vuelta y que lo hayas pasado
Sí,
bien
lo he
aquí,
pasado
hayas
bien.
disfrutado
Es un
mucho.
honor haber llegado a la semifinal para mí.
And is there any one tip that you could give to the players at home about how to improve their game?
Un consejito para,
Está todo perfecto.
no, para los que quieran venir.
Para los que quieran venir, que son campos únicos. Esto es
The
único.
courts
This is
are
unique.
The best, and the facilities of the club in general, everything is fantastic here.
Yes.
So
Los campos son estupendos.
the courts are fantastic.
Well, really
And the
great to
people,
hear.
and the people.
And the people.
and the people.
That's nice.
Well, we're really happy that you guys enjoyed your experience, and congratulations once again. Commiserations. It was a close call, and yes. So, not every day is our day, but you made a great showing, and you did great in this tournament. You've only been playing for 3 years.
Tú llevas viniendo 3 años.
No,
Yes.
this is my first time.
Well, not this tournament, but it says you've been playing croquet.
Okay.
3 years.
Yeah, yeah.
3 years.
What an impressive achievement in 3 years' time to make it to a final of a tournament this big overseas. And so,
Yes, excellent.
really happy to see it. Really good stuff. We thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, guys, I don't think we have any more featured matches, but we are, as you can see, preparing for the awards ceremony downstairs, right off the back veranda. So I'm going to let these lovely ladies go so that they can go retrieve their hardware. And congratulations again, Cheryl.
Thank you very much.
So I assume I'll be staying with you throughout until they tell me not to.
How to? It's finished.
Wait, we're good.
I wanted to talk
Oh,
about
please,
my
we're still
club.
live. We're still live, yeah. Talk.
Yeah.
So,
As I wanted to say,
Yes, please, we're still live.
Thank you to Vista Hermosa Club. My club in Spain is Vista Hermosa.
Vista
Here you
Hermosa?
have. And the people there motivated me a lot to come here. So very happy to be here.
All right, well, we're very
Just
happy
wanted
to have
say
you.
thank you.
Well, thank you. Always happy to have our international croquet brethren from all over the world come here. This facility has hosted people from all nations across the earth. Most of them congregated here just a few months ago for the World Championships, but we're very happy to see our Spanish sisters here representing their country at this women's tournament. We hope that all of them and more will get to return in the future. This was a field of 72 players, which is basically the size of a world championship, the largest women's tournament in the world, and hopefully we can fit even more next time. I don't know what the absolute upper limit of capacity is here that the NCC considers, but the more the merrier is the general rule. And the weather was wonderful except for that first day, but we thank you all for tuning in from all around the world. We have had about 100 people at the height of it. Many of you from Spain watching your countrywomen. And we hope to, if you are considering coming over to the United States or joining the tournament playing croquet, we would love to have you, and we hope to see you all in the future. I don't know if they're going to cut me off here in just a second. We're going to do the ceremony first, so I'm going to stop talking. And you guys are going to get to watch the winners of today's event accept their awards. So we'll cut over to that. Thank you, everybody.